Good morning everyone, and welcome to a funky new feature of this phone. In fact, I can do picture in picture, which is quite cool, I think. Although you do end up looking at this ugly mug. What's going on? I've got a little bit of time today, slight change of plan. I don't think within the time I've got, I do not think that I'm going to get to the XS650 and sorting out the clutch on that. I've only got about an hour and a half or so. So what have I got? You can hear the diversion warming up in the background. Posty's been, and Posty has dropped off. Oil, I've still got my filter that arrived before, my grease. So what I'm doing is just warming up the bike, warming up the oil, getting it move around a little bit. I'm going to drop the oil out of that, take the exhaust off again, which nice quick job. Change the oil filter, put the new filter on, top up with oil, put the exhaust back on, and grease it properly because I ran out of copper grease when I was doing it before. Cool. And a damn sight more comfortable without you staring at me as well. What also came through the post is a master cylinder for the SV. Because this one isn't attached, it's all broken off at the bottom, attached to the side. It's not an MOT-ism. I think I'm beyond MOT-isms on this at the moment. It's just something that I wanted to do. They're about 20 quid for these, which I might end up doing, but I just thought, well, while I've got time to experiment, let's just go for a little pretty cheap one. So that's a Chinese one from China. It wasn't due to arrive until early February. It's now what, the 8th, 9th of January, and I ordered it on the 30th of December and it's come straight through. So I may film doing that, and that might just be little bits and pieces as I go through the day, or go through the week. Cool. Okay, so a little bit of mild encouragement later, because it's kind of a bit sticky. Surprising really. I haven't done an oil change on this since I've had it in the last 2.5 years or so. Like I say, I tend to neglect my own bike in favour of projects. Out hot enough to burn. There we go. Try not to chuck oil everywhere. I've left the plug on the side. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I needed an oil change. It's pretty black. Pretty black. Right, so that's still got the plug on the other side, so I'm going to take the refill plug, if you like, off, just to help that flow. It says I need some pliers to retrieve that. Right, I've had to pull the bike into the garage a bit because diversions are freaking heavy, and I could not get it on the sides, on the centre stand, on a slope. There's an element of weakness going on there, but if anyone's ever owned a 900 diversion, you'll sympathise, because they are freaking heavy. It's one of those elements that people knock off having them as a first bike, which I suppose is kind of justified. It does make it a lot harder, but my first bike and I love it. They're saying that and quite a tall bloke. Yeah, and lots of people lower them as well. Right, so let me have a look at that. That is what you call dark. That's fine. It's fine. It's kind of what was expected. Right, I'm going to start whipping off this exhaust when it cools down a little bit, so I don't burn my hands too much. And I'll start loosening off the bolts. Cheers now. Right, so as ever, it's taken about 3 times longer than I expected to get the exhaust off, even in that short time. Semi-heat welded together the two elements there, so I'll prise them apart and make sure I grease them properly. While they were in, I had a quick go at the oil filter and I've split it. So I've scrubbed around the edges, see if I can get it a bit cleaner, WD-40'd it, see if I can unscrew it. I think it's been there a while. Right, part of my New Year's resolutions was to swear less on video, but fuck me. Oh, would that filter not come off? Yeah, tried everything. Tried the hands, gloves for extra grip, that tool which been worth fuck all, because I basically ripped it. I ended up with a drill a hole in it, jam a screwdriver through it, and then jacking up that screwdriver to get the constant pressure. And finally we have success. Oh god, it's taken bloody ages. I needed a bit of a win. Right, I'm going to put the camera down, get that off, and get the new one on. God, shattered. I'm working at semi-light speed there because I've overdone my hour and a half that I said I'll be doing this, and it's now 2 hours. Oh, but I have just had a nice coffee delivered, which is always good. Bit me, as quite often happens. Right, so it's had the oil in. It's 3.2 litres capacity, this, plus a bit for the new filter as well. Let's see what happens, shall we? It is still a little balmy. A bit more choke, I think. It is cold. Right, I'm just going to let that roll while I tidy up, because there's stuff everywhere. Sort out my bleeding a bit. And then just check the leaks. Oh, and there we have it. Yeah, about 40 minutes longer than expected. Nice. I'm looking forward to a run out. Right, no leaks, no blows, no nothing. I will keep an eye on oil, particularly around that filter, which seems fine as well. There's a little bit of smoke kicking around, but frankly there's been oil around and fresh grease on it. I've got no blows around. God, that sun's... I'm not complaining about the sun, it's nice. I've got no blows around the headers, no leaks, all is good. Yeah, job done. Happy. Dave is happy once more. Fresh oil, fresh filter, all good. I will keep an eye on the oil levels over the next I say a few days, over the next whatever, just to make sure I did measure it out quite carefully, but we shall see. Right, cool, that'll do me for the day. About to go and play family stuff, which is much needed after a particularly hectic week. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying these. Please share them. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I topped 200 users, which I'm blown away by. Thanks, subscribers. Please share and get even more. I do hope you're enjoying what I get up to. Like I say, I'm a bit restricted at the moment due to the national lockdown. Not so much limiting what I can do and get out, which obviously it does, but more the fact that my time is even scarcer than usual, because everything is just taking that little bit more effort, and specifically on a weekend day when I would normally try and spend as much time as I can on the bikes. There's other things to do and family stuff to do. So cool, that'll do me for the day. Please subscribe, share, etc. Haven't got round to doing the front brake reservoir on the SV. Not really surprising, but frankly that filter just would not come off. I probably should have filmed me struggling with it more, but you only would have heard me swearing. Cheers all, I will catch you later. Stay safe.